The main success of COP28 in terms of mitigation is the inclusion, for the first time, of fossil fuel language in its final declaration, making it clear that limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees cannot be achieved without a decrease in fossil fuel production. That said, this commendable objective falls short of fixing clear and time-bound targets. Also, the final text includes other loopholes as it acknowledges the use of transitional fuels like natural gas and the use of techno-fixes like carbon capture as solutions to the climate crisis. These techno-fixes create the false impression that climate goals can be achieved while maintaining large-scale fossil fuel consumption. The next crucial step is now the formulation of updated NDCs. The current ones are insufficient and will overshoot the 1.5 target. The new round, due in 2025, must be significantly more ambitious. Next year, COP29 will be hosted in Baku. After Egypt and the UAE, this would be the third time in a row a COP is hosted by a neoliberal state with a fossil fuel-based economy. While navigating a market that is expected to shrink globally, the oil and gas market, GCC countries operate under three, sometimes contradictory objectives. They leverage their increased diplomatic and financial influence on the global stage to postpone or slow down the anticipated decline in the demand for fossil fuels. Simultaneously, they prepare for the emergence of new technologies that will present an alternative to these same fossil fuels, namely renewable. But they try to do so without inadvertently expediting the takeoff of these technologies. As a result, GCC countries are developing increasingly efficient mitigation measures locally, while at the same time trying to slow their implementation globally. The main objective of this approach is a race to cash in on their oil and gas reserves before energy transition becomes inevitable. The president of COP28, for example, also leads two of the world's largest energy companies, Masdar and ADNOC. While the first one promotes energies of the future, the second seeks to capitalize on energies from the past. COP, ADNOC, and Masdar, all under the same umbrella. This situation epitomizes the trilemma that oil-producing countries will continue to face until they achieve independence from oil and gas revenues. Lebanon faces a dual challenge of low adaptive capacity and inadequate mitigation efforts, compounded by the ongoing financial, economic, environmental, and political crisis. On adaptation, water, agriculture, forestry, and tourism constitute Lebanon's natural capital and are the main economic drivers of the country's rural economy. These sectors are highly vulnerable to climate change. Therefore, a comprehensive adaptation plan must be developed and implemented to enhance resilience and protect livelihood in rural communities. On mitigation, the energy, transport, and solid waste sectors are the largest contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Decarbonizing these sectors would generate tremendous co-benefits for the country, including reduced air pollution, improved public health, enhanced productivity, and improved macro-fiscal stability. The implementation of such climate policies in Lebanon is severely hindered by numerous governance challenges, of which the most critical are the current political stalemate, high levels of corruption, and vested interests that pervade the system. While climate crisis is the most pressing issue of our time, Lebanon exemplifies the current global polycrisis, where climate change exacerbates an intricate web of issues fueled by weak governance and decision makers who are either incapable or unwilling to take necessary action.